Declan, we were here a month ago at the Centre and Convoy, and you said about the league being a kind of a mini Ulster Championship, and that's the way it turned out. You came through it, won the group, and now you face Dublin in a semi-final 2 weeks before the championship. Might I say, ideal preparation for the game against Down?
Yeah, no, exactly, Charlie. It's a great match to get 2 weeks prior to the championship, and it'll give us a good idea to playing against the top team in the country over the last 6-7 years. So yeah, looking forward to that match, Charlie. And as I say, we're still just 2 weeks out from championship, so yeah, no, ideal preparation.
You mentioned in there you used 28 players in your 3 league games. Might I suggest all good at one end, you're averaging 20 points a game, not so good at the other end, averaging conceding about 19?
No, it's just it's getting that balance right, Charlie. But the way that the league has gone, teams are concentrating a lot on their offensive play now, and the big scores going up from a lot of teams, and teams are conceding a lot of scores. So yeah, it's about getting that balance right, and that's something that we continue to work on. And but we'll still continue to attack as we've been, and hopefully, just to say, tighten up defensively.
Huge positives. Obviously, the game against Tyrone's always a difficult one, no matter whether it's league or championship or whatever. Winning in Noma was a big boost, but the comebacks against Monaghan and Armagh, given the circumstances of both those games at times, you have to be encouraged by that, Declan.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, to show real character, we went down 9 points against Monaghan in the first half, and I think we went down 6 or 7 against Armagh. Now, we don't want to be doing that too often, Charlie, but the lads showed real character coming back into both of those games, and we dug out results, and we end up top of the group, which we were looking. That was our priority at the start, make sure we stayed in Division 1 for next season, and it's important that we're playing Division 1 football. And as I say, now the bonus is this match against Dublin on Saturday night, which is a real good match to get.
Yeah, and injuries of course part and parcel of it. Disappointment to lose Michael and then Neil McGee obviously before the Armagh game, 1 or 2 other people picking up knocks. Anything serious about the situation there, Declan?
No, not really, Charlie. I mean, I've said it all along that we should have got back a couple of weeks earlier, to be quite honest. It's been a number of soft tissue injuries, not just within our camp, but within camps right across the country. It's only 3 weeks to get ready for start of a National League campaign, but listen, nothing too serious. It's just unfortunate that some of these guys are missing some of these matches, and when you look at it, you speak about experience. The likes of Paddy McGrath, Neil McGee and Michael sat out the last couple of matches now, so from our point of view, it's important that we get those guys back too, because we need that experience. And saying that, the young lads have stood up and have really taken those games by the scruff of the neck, and have started to show real leadership qualities.
You brought in 1 or 2 new faces, but the guys who've been around, and I'm talking about the younger guys for 2 or 3 seasons, really mature now as inter-county players and meeting the challenges as they come.
Yeah, exactly, Charlie. They have, and they've been around now for a number of years. I mean, the likes of Keelan McGonigal there, middle of the park, and the likes of Michael Langan, Kieran Thompson, Ryan McHugh, Patrick has stood up to the mark, and a lot of these guys, as I say, are around now this last number of years, and it's important that they show that leadership. People are questioning always the fact that when Michael's not there, but I think the lads are really, have really upped their game over the last number of games, and as I say, that's going to be important as we move on, because injuries are part and parcel of football. And but as I say, moving into this weekend, Charlie, it's 2 weeks out from championship, and normally you'd be looking for a match ahead of championship anyway, so what better way to prepare than going into Cavan on Saturday night against the top team in the country, Dublin.
And the Dubs have shown in their 3 league games that they're just going to want to keep on winning, Declan, so there'll be nothing easy, but it's a great game to have against the best team in the country.
Yeah, exactly. That's where you want to be tested and challenged, and we'll definitely get that on Saturday night. Dublin have been impressive again. All their big guns are still there. Conor Callahan, Kieran Kilkenny, Brian Fenton, Niall Scully, all playing well. Brian Howard, James McCarty, you can name them all off. Johnny Cooper. So yeah, strong Dublin squad, and any of the newer lads that are coming in, they've a huge squad there. But yeah, real good test. It's one we're looking forward to.
And does it make any difference the fact that some people are saying, well, really, because there's going to be no National League final unless there's a certain type of results? Does that take anything away from it, Declan? I
don't think so, Charlie. I think it's going to be a really competitive match. I think that Dublin will see this as a huge opportunity also, because they're going to probably get through Leinster fairly comprehensively, and probably looking at a semi-final. We have a long road to go, and so I think from both ends it's going to be slightly different in terms of the planning around it, but both teams will definitely be going out to win it. There's no doubt about that there, and we're expecting a really stiff test against the top team in the country. But ultimately, 2 weeks down the line, it's down, and Park Esler and Uri. That's going to be priority for us.
The championship remains a priority naturally, Declan, doesn't it?
Yeah, 100% exactly. That's where you're going to be gauged, Charlie, and that's where we want to be. And as I say, any players that's available and fit for this weekend will be playing. As I say, it's part of that build-up going into a championship match in 2 weeks' time. But ultimately, we want to go into Breffni and get a performance Saturday night.